So for those that don't understand or don't know USPSA, could you talk about the percentage levels between the classes for us?
Sure, absolutely. So in USPSA, and this is one of really the reasons I love USPSA, for a majority of the matches you shoot, there's one stage or sometimes two stages dedicated to a classifier stage. And what a classifier stage is basically, it's a stage that they have a gabillion data sets on, because basically every time that stage has been shot in a match since its existence, the data has been tracked from that stage. So because of that, we get a huge amount of data, and we create a classification system. And the way that works is everything is based off of what's known as a high hit factor. We use what's called hit factor scoring, which basically boils down to the amount of points you shoot divided by the time it takes you to shoot them. It roughly works out to how many points you score a second. So it seems really complicated, but in the end of the day, it's really not. It's just more complicated than like time plus scoring. So because of that, right, we have these high hit factors, which means the highest recorded data for that particular classifier, that stage, that have been recorded. So that high hit factor becomes 100%, right? That's the best that classifier is. And then based on your ability, how you shoot the classifier, and the way it works in USPSA is it's your best 6 of your most recent 8 classifiers determine your classification. So you shoot this, and the way it breaks down, 95 to 100% is what's known as a grandmaster. And then 85 to 94.9999 repeating is a master class shooter. That basically boils, the way it breaks down is you shot 85 to 94% of the greatest shooters in the world.
Right.
And then it flows down from there. An A-class shooter is 75% up to 84%, so on and so forth. So it's just the way they do their classification system. And it's by no means perfect, but it's a great way to compare yourself against a huge data set.
And isn't there a huge body of people in that B class? I've heard people say that it's
Yep.
hard to get out of that B class.
Yeah. B class is like the Bermuda Triangle. It's really easy to get into B class, and it takes you forever, and it's really hard to get out of B class. When I started shooting USPSA, I was right into B class, and I was like, all right, this is going to go good. I'm going to be out of here so fast. And it took a long time to get out of B class because the range is so broad in B class. So,
right. It's a big pool, isn't it?
It is. It sure is.
Yeah.
It's and the requirement to get to A class at 75% is incredibly difficult. A lot of people, I don't think, do it enough justice and recognizing how difficult that is to actually just get into A class. So yeah.